many times also there's this mistaken notion that you don't have to understand the structure of it, you just have to play it beautifully.
Yeah, it wouldn't have any meaning.
Yeah, it has no meaning at all because they don't understand, as you say.
Yeah, exactly.
I love your food,
But
they don't understand that.
This is where the use of imagination comes in, and the
insights
and experience. Well, imagination is
Yeah.
one of the powerful tools,
Yeah.
one of the big ones. You know, this is so important. Yeah. But the emotions are tied up with all of this. Yes. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you, I use the vocal aspect very, very much when I teach. Because I just recently worked with a student who had to give a recital, and playing was dull. Mm-hmm. He was a good player, but unimaginative and so forth. So we pulled out the Earl theme, and I told him the story of the Earl theme, the father on the horse taking the ill child at night. The young man almost cried.
Oh, wow, yeah.
You should hear the difference in the playing.
Yeah.
I mean, the difference was, even he started to laugh, you know, because it sounded so good right away.
Is it because people are afraid to come to grips with emotional issues? It's so much easier to speak purely technically, isn't it?
Our civilization, all the pressures of it and so forth. You see, the learning aspect is very, very powerful in all of us, but in particularly young people. They are going through schooling, and from birth on, it's a massive learning experience. Yeah, there is no balance between incoming messages and outgoing messages at all. So the habits, in other words, the conditioning is primarily of receiving, not sending. And this is not being taken into consideration hardly at all. I mentioned this convention of state teachers, Wisconsin, at a get-together of the convention, you know, and I don't think it meant anything to anybody.
Oh my gosh.
But there should be a recognition that the skills of communication should be put into a much more general type of aspect where all children, that you ensure that they have the ability to communicate properly because of this massive emphasis on acquiring information, which is sensory. So many people are definitely uncomfortable when they have to impart information, which is motor activity.
So here it comes again, back from the sensory to the motor.
Well, these are two very basic factors.
That's right.
You receive through sensors, you impart through psychomotor. And as a result, you can't take for granted that you have equal ability or anything.
Yeah.
And really, the child who's very outgoing and extroverted and so forth, usually something in their background, their family, and their growing up has created conditions where they're that way, you know. Then you have the shy person. They don't want to talk up. They don't want to do this or that. They'd rather not be heard or seen. They just want to, you know, go through life. Yeah, exactly. With a grandeur. And, but people should understand themselves and what drives us as human beings. And these types of awarenesses are not harmful because they're easily overcome. You can easily make this I've done it many, many times. Some people, this transition into public performance, and just plain as an actor, you live somebody else's life. A shy person can be put on the stage, and if he's an actor and he has to live the life of another person, he can live the life of an outgoing, extroverted person very easily because through imagination he's pretending he's somebody else.